Well. All of you showed up to the first ever Fri-Yay, but on a Monday. Hi, everyone. This is John Cooney, JMTB02. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we're gonna figure this one out in real time. So if you all can hear me, and if I don't sound like a garbled piece of trash, could you put a little thingy in the chat window like, "Hi, I can hear you. You sound great. You look good too." I just want to get a read on whether this thing's actually gonna work or not. Oh crap! Can I chat too? This is fun. I can chat as well. Oh my goodness, I can be heard. Thank you so much for coming. I know there's only like a handful of you out there, but someday this will be a nice big stream with more people in it. Like maybe more than 5 people. But I didn't want to spend a lot of time streaming today. I'm in the process of getting a game out this week. So I realized I rescheduled this to Monday, and Monday was my big day of just trying to get a bunch of stuff done. So instead of spending a large amount of time on the stream, I just wanted to say hi, and I'll play a little bit of some Elephant Collection, and I'm also going to play a little bit of Ball Revamped 2 because I want to see if I can run Flash games streaming as well. And then I think that's mostly going to be it. I think I'm going to stream for maybe like half an hour just to, get my feet wet doing this and figuring out how this goes. And then on Friday, we'll have our first official episode so we can figure out how that goes from here. And if you guys have any feedback on this process or what this thing should ever become or feel like, please let me know. I am trying and testing this out, not really having a super firm direction of what I want this to be, but trying to figure it out in real time. So when you guys have a chance, go in Discord. There's a link in the YouTube video that you're watching, or use the chat because I can go back through the chat and see what's going on. And if you just want to yell at me about games that I haven't made yet too, this is a fine venue for it as well. I always love hearing what people want to be playing next, and if it's a sequel to something already made, I'm probably not too afraid of making it, as long as I can actually make it and actually have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to play some do I want to play Elephant Rave, or do I want to play, I think I want to play Ball Revamped first. Let's just see how this goes, huh? I'm going to switch over to Ball Revamped. I'm going to be playing it on Newgrounds because I love Newgrounds. I'm going to figure out how, again, I'm going to be figuring out how this works in real time. If it doesn't look good or anything, just let me know. I don't know if there's a good way to full screen this without going too crazy. Also, I'm going to try to turn down the volume of the game just a little bit, just so it doesn't turn into an audible nightmare, because Ball Revamped is kind of an audible nightmare in a lot of ways. If you don't know what Ball Revamped is, it is the first game that I submitted on Newgrounds that won any sort of award. And I was very proud of my award. I'm going to turn this down. Holy smokes, it's loud. Oh, it's loud on my computer. That's what's going on. Is it loud enough for you guys? You can just say it's too loud or it's the right amount of loud. But Ball Revamped 2 came out, I think, I'm going to use Newgrounds to help me out here. It came out January 27th, 2005. So it's going to be turning, it's turning 20 years old this year. And this is like the first thing that really put me on the map as a developer. And what was really cool about Ball Revamped at the time was it was very it was really poorly put together. It was a really poorly made game, but it somehow kind of worked. There's no key presses that are bound to the actual video game. They're bound to buttons that you can't see on the screen. So that was really nuts to make that. So in this game, you're kind of fiddling a ball into a goal. There's lots of physics, and it's very like the controls are very finicky. Like you barely have to push on the keys, and the ball shoots off into the stratosphere. And I think that's what people really liked about this game, was it was really kind of hard and very skill based. And if you look in the top right, there's buttons for sound volume and quality. Back in the Flash days, you could actually toggle the quality of. I don't know if it still works. We're playing through Ruffle, which is an emulator. Nah, it doesn't work. Okay, just wanted to see. But Ball Revamped is the most unoptimized in the series. Yeah, it is a little unoptimized, and I think that one is because there is a I think there's a memory leak somewhere. It's also combining two different engines, which was really hard at the time. And yeah, that one was kind of a mess, but all these games were kind of messes. One of these is fake. I think it's that one. Yep. This is the first obstacle we ran into. It's a timed gate. And I can do it. I realize I'm watching the stream interface. I should actually watching the screen. So these come in worlds that are in packs of 10 levels. And then to indicate that you're going into a new world, I use papyrus font and the spinning orb. If you go near the spinning, it's not an orb, it's a square. The spinning square, if you go near the spinning square, it turns off your music. And if you don't actually go into the square, it will actually just shut off the music, but not actually put you in the square, which is pretty weird. So there are, I believe, 100 levels in this one, or like 125. The boss battle uses hit points, which are in level increments. So this game's pretty hard. Oh, what are the origins of the names? Asked someone in chat. So I have to be really honest. I looked up random Latin words that I actually don't know the meaning of. Like metaphysic, metaphysic might even be German. I don't actually know what any of the words mean. I think this was even before like Google Translate existed. So I was just grabbing random words that looked cool. That's how edgy I was in in college. I made this in freshman year of college. So yeah. And all of them are just roughly themed. Now these are lasers. If you run over this little pad, it shoots a laser at you, and it's really loud. So I'm sorry if this is really loud. Why am I not hitting it? It's like I'm trained not to run into it. A lot of the music that you hear in the game is compiled by royalty-free artists on a website that I think it still exists. It's called flashkit.com. And they would offer up these really short, like 3-second music loops that you could use for your Flash games for free. And oh my gosh, this is annoying. And so for this game, I used mostly FlashKit. I think everything's from FlashKit. Yeah. FlashKit, FLASHKIT.com. I think it still exists. I think I accidentally went there the other day looking for something. You can't download them anymore? I might still have copies of them online. I don't know if it's legal for me to distribute them, but I still have copies of all the original MP3s and waves from when I first made the game. And this game's really hard. So I mentioned this in the Discord if you are following me there. I artificially ramped up the frame rate for this game. There, that's where the hole is. I artificially raised the frame rate of the game because in early versions of Flash, if you set the frame rate a little higher, it would have a higher chance of achieving 30 frames per second. So for most of the games up until I think Ball Revamp 4, the frame rate is artificially too high. So the game is actually running at too high of a frame rate right now, which results in the timer being a little off and the physics being a little wonky. So if you're playing versions of Ball Revamped right now, you're playing a much harder version than what existed when it first came out. The frame rate should be about 5 to 6 frames per second shorter. You know more about this game than I do. And I'm also very bad at this game if you're watching me play it now. We're going to all watch me die on this screen. This is going to be great. Oh, balls. Are you allowed to swear on YouTube streaming? This is another thing I swear when I play video games, so this is going to be really fun for everyone who wants those swears. Yeah, so there was this is a really there we go. So this is a really like I said earlier, a really like kind of poorly constructed game now with all the experience I have under my belt, but the fact that it actually all works and the game actually plays pretty well is pretty extraordinary. um, Flash was like that back in the day. You could just kind of make games and things would magically start to work. And you could take a lot of shortcuts or do things because you didn't know how to do them and the game would still be okay with it. Like, I don't know if anyone programs in this channel, but you don't even have to declare your variables. You can just be like k equals cloud, and then later in the day say like k equals 72, and the game doesn't care. You can just like, I used to use a variable called kittens in my games, and what kittens would be is just a variable for I didn't want to create a new variable. So kittens would just be the word I used as a variable name just for pretty much anything, just because Flash didn't really care. So the beauty of it is it got me into game development because I had no programming skills before Flash. And so I would just, you know, just kind of make stuff and put it out there. And this is the game that really blew up for me. And the reason it blew up was because there used to be a TV show called BBC World Click on the TV channel BBC World. And they did a coverage of it, of the game, and showed the game on TV. So having one of your first games shown on like a television, cable TV channel, really kind of made it take off. And then it went on like Fark or another website, and then suddenly it was a whole thing. It crashed my website. I had to turn my website off because I couldn't afford the hosting for the game anymore. And that was the first time I learned you could actually make money off of Flash games with things like banner ads and sponsorship deals, which were pretty new at the time. So I learned a lot from that first game. I lost a lot of money on the first version of Baller Vamped just because of server fees and, you know, not taking advantage of realizing that people would actually like give me money to, you know, or I could get like ads on my, like banner ads on my website, just go around the game. So that was fun. Like I said, this is like, Newgrounds gave this one a daily first place, which was really neat at the time. And that was at a point where there was Newgrounds was like inundated with so much good stuff, like every minute of the day. So it was like, it was extremely hard even back then to like get something going. I have no clue what is going on in this world. Like, why did palm trees and coconuts? Again, I was a new game developer, and sure, I'll put a giant, poorly drawn palm tree on a video game. Yeah, on Baller Vamp 3, there's actually a lot of glitches on that one too, where you can cheat the out of bounds areas if you go fast enough. I think you can go fast enough in this game too. Let me try to do it really quick. Can I actually get it in this one? It was this one, or is Baller Vamp 5, like, or 4? One of them I could easily like get out of bounds. Where'd I get the background? So I learned, so I made them all in Photoshop. So in Photoshop, I basically just made gradients and then applied filters like the fiber filter on this one. And then just did some various kinds of artwork on it, on top of it. That's where all the backgrounds came from. All the foreground stuff like the palm trees and the coconuts and whatever else in the game, those all come from just, I drew it on a Wacom tablet. Oh my gosh, got it. Almost everything is drawn in Flash in my early games, except for backgrounds. Backgrounds were almost always done in Photoshop just because they were... I knew how to use Photoshop better than I knew how to use Flash. You can't make games in Photoshop though, so... Or at least I haven't tried yet, so... This level's annoying. Why would I do this? I'm gonna play this for a little bit longer. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this game, to be completely honest. I have had a desire to make a Baller Vamp collection at some point in my life and remaster some of this stuff because I want to get the frame rate. Yeah, this is so annoying. I want to get the frame rate stuff fixed, but I also wanted to just go back and clean up some stuff that I never fixed in the original games. And I know some of it's just like, hey, it's the game. It's kind of fun that you did this bad, but there's other parts where it's just like, nah, we can do it better. I am also doing a ball revamped, very small ball revamped game as part of the 9 Days of Small, which is a small little thing I'm doing on the with the coffee group. So if you like ball revamped, there's going to be a little tiny ball revamp game coming out on the I think that's the last day. So the 9th day of, or would that be the 8th day? Because December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Yeah, so on December 8th, there should be a brand new ball revamp game. I think it'll be the first one in like 12 years or 15 years or something. Well, I don't remember exactly. So it'll be really cool to get back into that. It's going to be really tiny, though. It's not going to be anything. This sucks. I'm going to go play something else. Yeah, so at the end of ball revamped, there's not even a pause button in this game, is there? Ah, that's messed up. Yeah, there's not even so at the end of ball revamp 5, I say to be continued because I actually had intentions of building ball revamp 5, but I just never did it. And that's because I was just caught up trying to do a bunch of other stuff. And so what I did instead was I had a lot of stuff written down. I had a pretty strong plan for level design and where to take the project. The project was going to go more towards classic ball revamped. It wasn't going to be some gigantic evolution of but like head back towards the more traditional like ball revamp 2 style, ball revamp 4 style, and then kind of do away with the giant worlds, because I think the giant worlds, I liked them. I don't think a lot of people did though. So just thinking about that. But yeah, that's why ball revamp 6 never happened, was because I just got too excited about trying to do other stuff, which is kind of the joy of Flash games, is just kind of being able to run after whatever you want to do and just try it out. So I'm going to play let's just play one of these little guys really quick. And then I think I'm going to head out for the day and just try to get this current game done. Which one do I want to play? I haven't played all these in a while. Let's see. Well, let me turn on the audio first. I have a new copy installed, a fresh copy, so I don't have all the achievements or anything on this computer. I have a new computer set up, which is why I think the first stream fell over, but we'll try to get this going. Let's do original achievement unlocked. That one's always a joy. So original achievement unlocked was a game that was made in, I think, like 4 or 5 days. It's a pretty fast one. It has, the music is by Kevin MacLeod. If you've ever played any of my games, you definitely know this name. Like everything up until like modern games I've made all use the music of Incompetech.com, and I'm pretty sure 99% of the music you can find on the website is still there. So if you ever want to just get some of the soundtrack stuff going, you can go get it. So way back in the day, Xbox was working on an achievement system for the first time, and it was like this marvel, and people were so excited that everything was going to get achievements, and the world was getting obsessed about achievements, which at the time was simply like doing very basic things. Like a lot of early Xbox games had achievements where if you just pushed the start button to start the game, you'd earn an achievement. And then there was like a game that came out, I think it was like a Naruto game, where you could earn all the achievements in the entire game in like 30 seconds. And so people were getting really hung up on what's an achievement and is this good for gaming, and is gaming going to explode if achievements keep happening. So Achievement Unlocked really came from this theory that like a game could be fun just by simply earning achievements, and people thought that, which was pretty funny to me. So in the game, there's only one level here. There's a game called This Is the Only Level as well, if you've never played any of my work, and this is literally it. This is the entire level. So you can't actually leave the world. There's nowhere to go. When you die, you have these little bodies that bounce around the screen, and those are called dead offense, officially in code. I think the official name for the elephant in the games is player. But we changed that to blue elephant in later times. But yeah, I'm just wandering around here right now. And basically there's an achievement for everything. You have this little scroll bar here, which I think you earn an achievement just by doing the scroll bar. Yeah. And then as you scroll around, you get achievements. And what's really fun too, and my favorite thing about this game is you get achievements for earning achievements. So, oh, I just did some mouse work. So there's like achievements here for earning, like getting 60% of achievements. So yeah, so one of the layers of this is really fun is just that like you earn achievements for earning achievements, which, and then later games, you earn achievements for earning achievements for earning achievements, which is, it gets really fun. Hi, Pasta Man. I'm playing my own dumb games. In a future episode, we'll play some other games. I just wanted to start off with this one. I'm going to try to find a Flash game that I really like online, because that would be really fun to play. And I'll play something old that I made too. Maybe like a Hedgehog launch or something. That'll be really fun to do on a future stream. And then I also want to do some live streaming as well of development, because I haven't actually ever done that before. I've never actually walked people through myself programming and watching me use arcane tools to build things. So that would be really fun to do in the future as well. Yeah, I like achievements for that reason too. I really like using achievements to like do something really interesting that you wouldn't have ever done in the game. So for example, like let's pretend that Legend of Zelda had like a bunch of achievements. Like one of the achievements could be like kill 5 enemies with a super bomb or something, and you're like, oh, what's a super bomb? And then you realize that the super bomb could kill 5 enemies, so then you're trying to like find 5 enemies to kill with a super bomb. Like that sort of like opening up and experimenting with things and trying to like lead you down roads is really interesting to me. I think that's one of the things that achievements got super duper right. Pasta Man says your games are literally my childhood. Well, thank you so much. My games are literally my childhood too, because I made these games when I was a teenager. Well, maybe not this one, but the one I was playing earlier, Ball Revamped, I made that when I was, I believe, 18 years old. Yeah, I would have had to be 18 because I started UC Davis when I was around 17, 18. So I would have had to be 18. So yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching me play my own dumb games. Vertical Confusion, I believe, is pushing up and down at the same time. So when you make a game like Achievement Unlocked, and then you make Achievement Unlocked 2, and then you make Achievement Unlocked 3, and you make like 900 and something achievements, you forget what the actual achievements are, even though you made it. And the game's older now too, so I'm like dang, how does this game actually work? I think I have to hit the restart button. Oh, the click button. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Which one was it? No, not the spacebar one. How do I kill myself in this game? I forgot. Oh, there's not a panic button in this game, is there? See, I'm learning how my games work in real time, like I said. My favorite achievements are ones that are... Sorry, I'm just reading... Should be Satan says, my favorite achievements are ones that are specific challenges that like never upgrading anything. Yeah, those are hard. Like the ones that actually make you play like an entire game in a specific way. I forgot which, I think it was BioShock. There was an achievement for playing in a very specific way. And I didn't realize until halfway into BioShock I was supposed to be playing in that very specific way in order to earn that achievement. And I got kind of fussy because I liked earning achievements and trying to get as many as possible. I'm not going to get that one, huh? Oh, there's the one where I need to get a lot of dead bodies on the screen. All right. Oh, I finally got it. Awesome. Yeah, and then for some reason, like modern achievements, I don't know if it's just because I've had less time to play games or what, but I just never got in the habit of going after achievements anymore. Like it's just not my thing. I used to do everything I possibly could to earn achievements, and now most of my focus is really in, you know, what's going to be the most fun way to play this. And so like before I even start playing games now, I will look up like what are fun ways. Like if you ever play Fallout, like it's fun to set up little scenarios for yourself. Like I'm only gonna use boxing gloves or something, and then try to beat the game. Like that's what I do now. I just do goofy stuff like that. I'm gonna move some stuff around because I cannot see where all the numbers are. All right, so I think in this point we have to use the numbers to earn all the achievements. So one of the achievements is called I can count to 5. So I have to go. Oh, do I have to start at 0? See, these are the things I can never remember. Let's start at 0. 0, 1. This one's always the tough part because you want to go down. Oh, see, I screwed that up. And I always forget if it resets your kill count, if you have to start all the way over if you die. Again. So one of the interesting things about achievements is for... Oh my gosh, how do I get over there? For Achievement Unlocked specifically, we were debating whether or not we should attach an achievement to every single achievement in the Achievement Unlocked series, which was like, again, it was like 900 and something achievements we counted. And we decided not to do it because of the fact that it would be so annoying on Steam to have a million achievements popping up through the entire game. So we ended up not doing it because it really... It would be so annoying to play this game and just have that little corner fly up just going over and over again to like constantly telling you did this and this and this and this. And it would be funny. It would be really fun. It was more funny to us than practical. So we ended up not doing it. Yeah, there's games on Steam that do that already for like $1. So if you want that experience, you can go do it. You don't have to play our games to do it. So we never did that. What we actually opted for instead was what you kind of see in here. I'll click out of the yeah, let's go back to the home screen. So what we opted for instead was we really wanted this experience where there would be these kind of achievements that you could earn in Elephant Collection that were more like meta achievements. So so what these are is you're given a task, like you have to clear stage 5 of this is the only level, and then you unlock these cool little achievements that also correspond to something that's really iconic in one of the games, and then it also tells you more about like the lore of making these games and some of the history that went into it, and like where our headspace was when we were designing things, and like things we did really bad and things we did really good. And it's like we tried to do director's commentary as much as possible through this kind of process. So that was really neat. I'm really glad we got to do that in the game. I'm gonna play Run Elephant Run, and then I'm gonna jet off of this stream so I can go do some programming. Thanks everyone for checking in and hanging out today, because I know we tried to do it on Friday and it didn't work. And this is kind of like our warm-up. This is us trying to figure out what this thing's going to become. And starting next Friday, where should we put me? Let's put me up here. And then starting next Friday, we're going to do this for real. We'll have a stream that's over an hour. So appreciate everyone showing up. I'm also I think I'm gonna do a giveaway on Friday. I have some stuff I want to give away. So if you show up on Friday, expect some stuff. I don't know how to do a giveaway on this platform. We'll figure it out. We'll do something silly. Let's see. Which difficulty? Let's play easy. I just kind of want to beat it. So this game is silly. This is Run Elephant Run. I'm told by many people that this is their favorite elephant game, which is very strange. Because it's not mine, but I really enjoyed making it. This is like one of the most fun games I've ever made. Just because, as you can see, it's a lot of Photoshop. There's just a lot of Photoshop, and it was making a game in Photoshop, basically, as close as you can get to it. And so, basically the story of this game is you're this elephant who has become a movie star or something. It's not clear in the thing. But then you're like, oh no, like this isn't the life I wanted, and then you like duck out of this limo and go chase across this crazy world. And this is the first time we introduced the elephant galloping, which is my favorite elephant movement. You can see him kind of do it. It's kind of annoying with the flashing lights and stuff, but it's really fun. Then the police are somehow involved in throwing spikes at you, which also doesn't make any sense. That's fine. And there's like cornfields in the back. I think it's supposed to be Nebraska or something. When I was making, yeah, it looks like Nebraska. And then this part, you're in New York and you're trying to collect dollar bills. Again, another game that doesn't have a pause button. Does it have a pause button in it? There's not a pause in this, is there? No, I did not put a pause in this one. Sorry. I think if I die, though, it stops. Yeah. So, yeah, this one does have a lot of weird novelty in it. Oh, look, the birds keep flapping, even though I gotta fix that. It's crazy. But this one just has a lot of strange stuff going on. It has a lot of photorealistic stuff. If you remember way back in the early Mac days, there was like, they were doing a lot of like photorealistic stuff, and that I think that was also inspiring to this game. Like we wanted to have like torn edges on backgrounds and things in this game. And I say we, but it was mostly only me in this project. But this project was developed in an open office with other employees in it, and while I was developing it, I didn't use headphones, so everyone had to hear this music over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the reason I never used headphones was because I was told by a teacher once that developing anything with headphones on was not a real audio experience. And I don't know why that stuck with me, but I followed that for years, much to the annoyance of an entire office of people. And it took someone, I think, finally breaking in the office and being like, hey, you really got to put on headphones. We finally got to that point where I found out my sins. Yeah, but this game is pretty small. When it first came out, it was like the size of maybe what my little window is in this streaming window right now. It was tiny. Like, I want to say it was like 300 by 250. It was a little baby guy. So when we came to the Elephant Collection, we had to upscale basically all the art to make it look better, especially because it was all bitmap art. It was all like Photoshop. It wasn't vector. Like vector art scales pretty magically, but for this game, oh, I'm sorry, the cursor's in the middle of the screen. It is one of those things that it was such an extraordinary amount of work. The developer, the X, who's worked on Cult of the Lamb and the Shift series and a bunch of others, helped me do a lot of the upscaling and work to get this thing running. So much props to him. So the fireworks in the back of the scene was a code I wrote a long time ago for fireworks that I never got to use anywhere. So I was really excited to finally be able to use my fireworks code in a game. And so that's what this was. All a giant excuse to use a fireworks code that I wrote a long time ago. So just like most of my games back in the day, you end the game, it's a screen that's like clicks to Armor Games, and there's a music credits and whatever else. Chris was really cool. We connected before the Elephant Collection, made sure that we got all the music rights to all the music so that we could run Elephant Run exactly as it was and do all that stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream there, and I'll make my face larger so that you don't have to look at that. But appreciate everyone coming out for this first one and just seeing if this would all work. And we'll try to figure out the format and get it working together for Friday. We'll do Fridays at 2:00 going forward. If we have people who are thinking of other time zones and times, we'll try to figure out something we can do for y'all, because I know what that's like, being in the wrong time zone for something that you really want to participate in. Likewise, I'm going to keep all of these VODs on, so if you ever want to go back and just like look at stuff and just be like, hey, what was that dumb thing he said a long time ago, we'll make sure that we have that live. So appreciate everyone coming out. Again, next one will be a little longer. We'll have a Discord channel for talking about what we can do, and appreciate everyone. And I'm going to go put on that fun, funky music again. All right, see y'all.